Hello everybody, this is Money Mom. Welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about 10 ways our family lives off less than $40,000. We probably, as of 2020, will be making around $35,000 this year, if that. And I want to talk to you guys about how are we managing that. About 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, I did a video on this and we were making over $40,000 a year. And our budget was around $4,000 a month. We're now living off less than $2,500 a month, give or take. And so I wanted to tell you some tips and tricks that I am using and what our plans are for the future. So the first one is number one, staying debt-free. We became debt-free, which means no house payment, no car payment, no charge cards, any of that kind of thing. We do use charge cards for some of our bill, but I rarely use charge cards at all. So that saves a lot of money right there, keeping our bills low. Number two, I'm still working on multiple streams of income. I am back doing product demonstrations, but right now store sanitations, but I do that. So that's one. Number two, YouTube. And number three, project management. Now that's the one where I'm not making as much, so I am now looking into more streams of income to help make up the difference for that, to see if we can boost our income. Number three, and this is a biggie that I used to not do, but I'm doing more, is monthly reallocating my budget and always looking for ways to improve. Number four, keeping extra money in our checking. I know I mention that all the time, rounding it up and keeping extra in there, and also having a little stash of cash so that if we need something, for example, my husband said, I could really use a haircut. That way we've got money in there as extra for anything that comes up. Number five, and I never used to do this, automating my savings with one of my streams of income. Right now I want to continue to do that, so that if one of my incomes dries up, I've at least got some savings, because the more savings I have, the more time that's going to buy me until I find something to make up for whatever those savings are. For example, let's say I couldn't be a project manager anymore and I need to be able to use my savings to be able to pay bills for a few months. I'm going to be able to do that. So automating my savings as much as I can. And right now my product demonstration money for Advantage Sales and Marketing, that money is going into my high interest savings. Number six, creating sinking funds. Sinking funds is basically like a savings account for something you know that's coming up. Example, house taxes. Once a year I pay house taxes. So I put $350 into that fund every single month. So when my house tax bill comes, I've got that money in that account. Sinking funds are really necessary. You pay it like a bill. Number seven, and I already kind of touched on this, I rarely use charge cards. I used to use them all the time, and I have to be honest, I used to feel obligated to buy things from people all the time, and I would charge it on my charge card. I didn't let it accrue interest. I paid it every month, but sometimes I didn't keep track, and I'm like, whoa, $400 on my charge card? That stuff adds up quick. So unless it's bills, I rarely ever use the charge card. Number eight, I do financial challenges now. For example, for the month of August, I'm doing, instead of $100 a week for groceries, I'm doing basically $300 for the entire month. So $100 per person. So that will at least save us $100 this month on groceries. So each month I'm doing a different financial challenge. Number nine, and this is the biggest one, and to be honest, I don't enjoy this one, basically waiting. I used to, whenever I wanted something, I would do it on a 12 months no interest. If I wanted furniture, if I wanted anything, I would go and charge it on 12 months no interest because I was making more money. I don't do that anymore. Now, anything I make from YouTube, I just save and accrue that money in there, and then when I have the money for it, for example, a computer, that was one of our our most recent purchase was car repairs, but that was one of the ones that, like computer, we saved up the money in that YouTube, and then we use the money for that. So having to wait on things we want, it's not always pleasant, but at least we don't go into debt for it. I have not done any no interest plans lately on anything. Number 10, and this is a big one, especially now, no obligations. Since this whole situation going on in our economy right now and in our world, I've had many people try to sell me things from health and wellness, makeup, kitchen stuff, and I basically have just been saying no thank you. And it's nothing against them. I wish them the very best in their financial journey, but right now it is not something that is within my budget, and I don't feel bad. Last but not least, this is a bonus one. Even though I'm making less money, I'm really working on looking what I do have, continuing to look for more ways of making money, and continuing to look for ways to be grateful every day on all the abundance I do have. If any of you are making less money, please share some budgeting tips below. I know all of us can always improve, and this is a daily journey every day to live a better life. That's all for now. This is Money Mom signing off, and as always, I love you. Bye-bye.